talking about factors. So factors are numbers that you can multiply together to get another number. So looking at an example like list the factors of 45, what are two numbers I could times together to get 45? Well, I could do 1 times 45. That would get me 45. So factors are going to be 1 and 45. But we've got to think about more. What else can I times together to get 45? What about 9 and 5? Well, that gets me 45. So I could also list 9 and 5 as factors. And you have to think really hard to imagine if there's any more, because sometimes with bigger numbers there are more, that you're just not used to thinking of them. So another one here would actually be 3 times 15. And that also gives you 45. So those factors would also be included, 3 and 15. So you'll notice I haven't listed them in order of smallest to largest, but that's okay. What I've done is, in a sense, listed them in pairs. 1 times 45, 9 times 5, 3 times 15, remembering that the factors always come in pairs, so that's usually an easier way for me to think of what they are, by trying them out. And if you're not sure, you could stop and think for a minute, can 2 times 45, could 2 times anything get me 45? No. 3 I've already got. 4 times 45, I can't think of anything. 5 I've already got. And you can start going through all the numbers starting at 1 and moving up to see if you can find more factors. So if we do another example, listing the factors of 36. Again, a really easy one is always going to be 1 in that number. So 1 times 36 gets us 36. I'm thinking again. So 1 times 36 gets us 36. 2 times 36 gets us, oops, sorry, not 2 times 36. 2 times 18 will get us 36. So I have 2 and 18. I can also do 3 times 12, and that will get me 36. So I can have 3 and 12. I can also do 4 times 9, and that will get me 36. So I can include 4 and 9. 5, I can't use. 6, that's an interesting one. 6 times 6 gives me 36. So 6. Would I need to list another 6 there? I don't. And that's kind of sort of one of the things where it won't come in pairs if it's times by itself because it's a square number. But you know it's 6 times 6. It's not just 6 all by itself, but you just list 1 as your answer. Can't think of anything times 7 or 8 or 9 because I've already used 9. And then I think we've pretty much got them all at that point. So those are all my factors of 36. And again, they're not in order of smallest to largest, but that's okay. So we actually end up using these in fractions, which I'm sure you'd love to know. But one of the skills that we need to know is the highest common factor. So what's the biggest factor shared by any two numbers? So similar to finding a common multiple, list out, oops, that should be factors, not multiples. List out all the factors of each number and find the highest factor they both have. Okay, so factors of 12. We've got 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. That's it. Factors of 42. 1 times 42, 2 times 21. What else do we have? 3 times 14 gives us 42, so we can put 3 and 14. And what else? 4, not sure that we can use 4. 5, nope. What about 6? Yeah, 6 times 7 gets us 42, so we can put those in, 6 and 7. Anything for 8 or 9? No, 10, nothing. So that's pretty much the list for 42. And then what you want to do is come in and try to find which of those is the biggest factor that they share. So yeah, they both share 1, but that's not very exciting. What else do we notice that they share? They both have a 6. and that looks like that's the biggest number that they share in common. 12 has a bigger factor like 12, and 42 has bigger factors like 21, but 6 is the highest one that they both share in common. So yes, they both had 1, but 6 is the highest common factor. So highest common factor is 6 for the numbers 12 and 42.